Hello everyone, it's Nootan and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to share with you one of my experiences about learning English. I think it's not that much difficult as you assume it, meaning as you assume it, so will be it is. If you assume that learning English is climbing on the mountain, it's not like that, okay? You have to always feel like it's and it is the reality. I would say that it's only a skill and we can have that skill, we can learn that skill. It's not that much difficult as you are thinking of it, okay? And the other thing is that if I tell you about myself, I used to think about learning English as well as speaking English that it's a big deal. And if somebody has a good command over English language, that means he's a well educated person, he's a big shot, and he must have gone to a convent school, English convent school, because I never ever been to a convent school. I studied from Hindi medium school. It was ingrained, the feeling of learning English, it was ingrained in my mind that someday there will be a day, and that day I will have a good command over English language, and I will have that confidence to talk with other person in English, and maybe at least two or three sentences I could use in English. It has been a dream for me, talking in English. Rather, I'm talking in front of this camera, and I'm just getting myself recorded and conveying my thoughts, my perception about learning English to you with the help of this camera. But it was not that much easy thing for me, and it hasn't been, I would say. Initially, when I started making my own videos, I used to feel so much fearful as well as hesitant, I would say. And I didn't have any idea of doing the editing and all. Anyhow, I managed that, and still I'm not having that much knowledge of editing and all, but yes, I can do my best. But at least I'm in the habit of doing my speaking practicing. Till now I'm doing this, and I think I'm going to continue this for a long run. Someday definitely I'll have a very good command of English language, but at least I'm trying, I'm on that path, okay? I'm following that path because it's a journey, and learning is a journey, a life journey. Anything you want to learn, it's a life journey. So the thing is, having the fear, the shyness, feeling like suppressive, feeling like not that much good enough, feeling like not that much confident, I would say. These are feelings, emotions. It starts from the emotions, leads to a feeling, okay? So always try to fit it into your mind that yes, I can do this. It's not a big deal. It is just a skill. Learning English, it's a language, and it's now it has become a skill, and that's so much true. But it's, you should not feel like so much belittling yourself, because if somebody is speaking English so good, he's so much fluent in English, by seeing that person, why I start feeling myself so much inferior and starting comparing myself, my English, to the other person? It should not be happening, I would say, because that time we are making ourselves feeling like so much low, so much down, I would say. This should not be happening, because when we think like this, that means we are neglecting ourselves, we are not loving ourselves. That time we feel like so much rejected, so much neglected, that uh, all of a sudden we start feeling like I am so much insignificant because I don't have that courage to talk in English. Forget about the storage of English grammar rules, vocabularies. It's in our mind. It's stored in our mind, but it's of no use because we are not using that. We are not trying to use that. We are not having that much capability to talk, to start a conversation or ask something in English. See what happens. I'm just sharing my experience that if you are feeling like so much fearful, okay, let's say you are so much fearful and you feel like I can't do this because I feel like shying and it's not my cup of tea. I can't do this. I just can't do this because I fear of English language. Since I'm having grammar, basic grammar knowledge, I'm having vocabularies, day to day vocabularies. In spite of having all these things, I don't have that courage to talk in English. That moment I would just recommend you to do this, to just just implement that idea which I'm going to share with you, and it's so helpful. The thing is, whenever the this kind of chance comes up to you and you are to talk or ask something in English, let's say you are in a parents teachers meeting or you are presenting some kind of document, or you have to um, face a mock interview, okay, and then you are feeling like so much shy, you are feeling like I can't do this, I feel like so much fear, I'm just scared, and how do I do this? That moment you have to just stay still. Whatever the question you have to ask in the context of the thing that is happening around you, you have to ask that question. Whether you are feeling like shaking, you are feeling like just having the butterflies in your stomach, and you are feeling like going freeze, that moment you have to take a step ahead and ask one question. Whether you are in a PTM or anywhere, any workplace, okay, you have to ask one question in English. That moment, just try to muster that courage and ask one line question to the other person, and then wait for a second, take a pause, okay, and when the other person respond you in English back to you, that moment you find yourself that little bit calming, because first line, first sentence is you already asked to the other person in English, and it's an initial stage. Since it's an initial stage, it's all about having the fear before starting a conversation, before asking something in English. You have to just bring yourself out from that zone, that fearful zone, and ask question with the other person in English. And when you ask question to the other person in English, that moment automatically you find yourself that I'm feeling like releasing that fear. Automatically you will start feeling like this, and then you ask something or maybe answer to that question which is being asked to you, and you have the answer to that question, okay, in your mind. You are being able to answer that, and try to do this. Try to assemble that courage to answer to that question which is being asked to you, and then automatically you feel like releasing your fear more and more. And when the conversation ends, you are so much confident because you just finished the conversation in English. At least you tried, at least you continued in English language, talking in English, and that matters. That moment you are being able to talk in English, you are being able to respond things in English, then what's more you want? Okay, this is a thing that you need, that you want, that whenever the situation comes up to you, whenever you have that opportunity and you are being able to respond them back in English with a smiling face, don't try to wear that fear on your mind, okay, because it's so crystal clear. When you are fear inwardly, that will show up on your face. So you have to release that fear by taking that step ahead, that yes, I am to talk in English, I have to ask question in English, I have to ask question in English. That moment you have that triumph over that particular situation that you have gone through. So this is it. By doing so, you can just get your goal. And if you really want to do this, you need to take a step ahead and just plunge into such kind of conversations and try to assemble that courage and just talk in English. This is all for today. Thank you so much.